It was bound to happen sooner or later. Yesterday, I was greeted with the dreaded invalid traffic message in my YouTube studio. Like so many other YouTube creators, my YouTube channel has now become victim of the growing and spreading invalid traffic virus. Other YouTube creators have referred to the invalid traffic message as the invalid traffic bug, but I think of it more as an attack and a virus, and I will explain why as I progress through this video. Last week, I stumbled onto reports and complaints about the invalid traffic bug. These reports came from various YouTube creators. But the one thing I noticed with these creators is that they make educational, informational, commentary, and review types of videos. Another thing I noticed that they seem to all be well established in the content niches that they focus on. These channels I've noticed are not anything like entertainment, comedy, gaming, meme, or Mr. Beast type of videos. These videos I've seen are the types that are generally discoverable through SEO and online searches. I didn't go out of my way to find these invalid traffic videos. However, this past week, YouTube served up a few videos into my YouTube feed, which I watched out of curiosity. And what I learned about the invalid traffic issue really bothered me. If it happened to other YouTube creators, it made sense that it could happen to me and other YouTube creators. Except that I didn't think it was going to happen so soon to me. The invalid traffic virus appears to be happening more and more and spreading to other YouTube channels. I think it's a real issue that YouTube is aware of and trying to deal with internally. YouTube so far has been publicly mum on the subject with few specifics. From what I can tell, YouTube is generically referring creators to YouTube and Google help screens only. This understandably is creating a lot of upset with YouTube creators. We YouTube creators want to hear from an employee or other representative from YouTube about the situation. If you are listening, YouTube, we as creators want and need more information. Don't keep us in the dark. Please throw us a bone. Give us something. We have all read the YouTube and Google help pages, and it is not helping at all. We're still in the dark. None of us reputable creators are engaging in the kind of nonsense described in the help pages. In the face of silence from YouTube, I have put together a working theory that reconciles my own situation and observations along with the invalid traffic situations that other YouTube creators have reported. I promise I am doing my best to not peddle in weird paranoid conspiracy theories, but unfortunately, in the absence of reliable information, I have no choice but to fill in the holes based on what I do know. I take into account how the YouTube algorithm works and how there are weird and bad people in this world. At the end of the day, you will have to make your own judgment if my theory actually holds water. I am very curious as to what you think. Feel free to leave me a comment below if you think you have better insights. I'd be curious to hear them. First, for every YouTube creator that has publicly reported the invalid traffic problem, there could easily be many other creators who either have not yet noticed it or not gone through the trouble of making an invalid traffic video. I think this is more widespread than we know. This is the tip of an iceberg, in my opinion. Every creator that has gotten hit by the invalid traffic problem and gone public is doing their part to bringing it to YouTube's attention, as well as performing a public service to other YouTube creators. I am doing my small part to report my findings from my small channel of 2,500 subscribers. As it stands now, there have been several YouTube videos made about the invalid traffic problem, so I am not going to take up a lot of time explaining it. I am going to put up some screenshots from YouTube and Google so you can pause the video and read it for yourself. Essentially, the invalid traffic message comes up when YouTube detects weird traffic activity hitting your videos. Someone or something is causing an abnormal amount of bogus or fake traffic to spike our video views or our ad views. As such, from my perspective, this is really not a bug. I think what is happening is that this is a targeted attack on specific videos on specific creators. Although I consider it a targeted attack, I also call it a virus because this type of attack is growing and spreading like a cancer in the YouTube community. It's not a good thing. I believe more and more bad people are learning how to perform this type of attack, getting their information from underground communication channels, underground scammer communities, and perhaps even the dark web. Wherever the information comes from is not really important. Sleazy Nigerian scammer communities have existed for 20 years. People have long known that they swap and exchange scam techniques and leads with one another. Today, you can easily buy fake views, fake subscribers, fake content, and many sleazy things for any social media platform. YouTube is no different. It isn't a far stretch to imagine that someone can buy the ability to attack and sabotage a creator's videos and their YouTube channel. YouTube has sophisticated systems and algorithms to detect if a video receives fake, non-organic traffic. Organic traffic is something that occurs naturally by normal people who click around, browse, and watch videos. Fake non-organic traffic is caused by people, software bots, and other trick mechanisms to artificially spike and manipulate views and add clicks. There has been a lot of speculation going around about why the invalid traffic problem is occurring. One thing I absolutely don't believe is that YouTube is trying to sabotage or find ways to stop paying its creators. There is no rational incentive for YouTube to do this. If YouTube wanted to hurt or demonetize a creator's channel, they can do it easily by radically changing the monetization policies. They could also resort to shutting down a video or an entire channel. It is well known that most YouTube creators struggle to build their channels. YouTube is not going to intentionally make it harder for creators to build their channels by sabotaging them behind the scenes or create unnecessary drama as we're going through now. From what I can tell, I am one of the smallest and youngest YouTube channels that has reported the invalid traffic problem. As a consequence, I have the benefit of being able to see things in my analytics that larger, more successful creators might miss because they have so many high-performing videos in their library. Most of my videos are not high-performing, so it is much easier for me to find anomalies within my own video library. 2 days ago, I reported to YouTube that one of my videos was lagging by 4 days on the analytics. It was crazy. I thought it might be a reporting bug at the time. There has always been a 1-day report lag for revenue reporting, and I'm used to it. My audience report numbers were also lagging by 4 days, which typically never lags in the past. The invalid traffic scenario did come to mind. Regardless, I wanted to report it to YouTube, and I provided screenshots of this 4-day reporting lag. Another thing that I've noticed that I've never seen in any of my other YouTube videos is the unexpected appearance of YouTube advertising as a traffic source, which really confused me. My recent video is not reviewing any product, service, or company. It is an experimental compilation of my older performing videos about the Asian woman scam. It is 41 minutes long and the longest video I've ever published. Because I was suspicious of YouTube advertising as a source of traffic for my compilation videos, I found instructions from Nick Nimen's channel to shut that down. Thank you, Nick Nimen. Over the last year, I've gotten hints that my individual videos about Asian woman scams are unwelcome. These kinds of scam exposing videos hurt the ability of organized scam rings to do high volume scamming and pig butchering scams of ignorant victims. Most of my videos are low performing because they are often niche videos directed at a narrow audience. However, my latest compilation video was being served up a lot to a much wider audience than normal. I had a surge of traffic right out the gates. I can certainly envision someone in the pig butchering scam business being unhappy with my newest compilation video and wanting to sabotage and suppress it. I believe that my latest video was targeted and attacked by someone using bots in order to hurt or suppress the performance of that video. I even have a suspect in mind of who, but I can't share that here. It is similar to what I've heard about unethical YouTube creators who intentionally buy fake traffic and fake subscribers for another creator's YouTube channel in an effort to intentionally sabotage and attack their channel. The general idea behind this type of sneaky attack is to manipulate YouTube into taking action against the targeted channel. The general assumption is that no rational person would buy traffic attacks against another channel. However, I only learned about this possibility from two YouTubers who were publicly sparring with each other last year. It's hard to believe, but some people will pay real money to actually do this as a sneak malicious attack. And unfortunately, it's not expensive to do. YouTube really needs to find a way to prevent videos from being unfairly penalized for this sort of outside traffic manipulation. These types of fake view attacks work best against a new video with little viewing history at the early stages. As a matter of fact, regardless of creator, all new videos start with 0 viewing history. When a new video is released, the YouTube algorithm serves up videos to channel subscribers and new viewers to test it to see if it should continue serving or stop serving. A surge of fake views against any new video could conceivably cripple the long-term performance of that video. The type of video views that grow a channel are the ones that have high retention rates, not the videos that have low retention rates. In the case of my latest video, my video flatlined after 3 days. Maybe it's a coincidence. After all, a 41-minute video will have lower retention rates than a 5-minute video. But that certainly doesn't explain the huge reporting lag for my audience and revenue reports. I think YouTube is intentionally lagging my audience and revenue reports to analyze and scrutinize the viewing data. It's logical for YouTube to do this because they are probably looking for patterns to find out where invalid traffic is coming from, who is doing this, and how it's being done. Now, how does this relate to other creators' channel situations and their large income drops? If there was an extremely jealous, angry, or competitive person who wanted to attack a creator's channel, they could buy fake views to suppress their content. There is nothing to stop someone from launching an ongoing campaign to sabotage a creator by attacking every video they release. My theory takes into account why some creators who are experiencing ongoing losses and huge drops of YouTube revenue income. Someone is targeting their videos for some reason. There's a good chance that the creators won't know who this person is. As I said, it could be an angry person, a jealous competitor, or someone that simply wants to suppress a creator's videos to gain a more dominant YouTube search position. This is not a far-fetched scenario because people are always trying to gain Google search results. It is entirely plausible that there is a new underground industry of people trying to game YouTube search results. After all, Google does own YouTube, and YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. I know how crazy it sounds even as I say it. But unfortunately, it's not hard to be a bit paranoid when it comes to the weirdness and shenanigans on the internet. And YouTube is no different. Let's hope that YouTube will help put an end to this invalid traffic nonsense. Viewers and even YouTube themselves will lose out if creators become less motivated, become disenchanted to create content.